Previously, we have worked with simple formatting and even experienced letting Excel do the work for us when it comes to automatically filling in data into cells. Let's review, and then we will learn how to use conditional formatting for a powerful look at data analysis. In this section, columns A through I, we are looking at a prospective customer data list. We know their names, their contact information, and their birth dates. As with any data list, we should make sure that each of our records have a unique identification number. So we'll begin by inserting a column in front of column A. Select the column, select Insert, and insert sheet columns. Label the column ID, and we'll begin in A2 by giving this prospective customer the number 80. If we were to use our fill handle now, we see that Excel thinks that we want to copy the data down, and that's not what we want to do, so we'll hit our undo button. What we would like to do is to fill the series. We start by entering 85 in cell A3. And now if we select both A2 and A3 and use the fill handle, we see Excel understands to fill the series, increasing each cell value by 5. And now let's insert a row above row 1. We'll merge and center the cell range of A1 through J1, and we'll enter a title for our table, Prospective Clients. Now let's format as a table. And we'll just select Blue Table Style Light 9. And yes, our table has headers, and so we'll select OK. Oh, what happened? It unmerged the title. It used the data we had in the title as a label for column 1, and then it automatically labeled the rest of the columns beginning with column 1, column 2, column 3, and so on. Let's undo and look at what we should have done. After we typed in prospective clients, selected formatted as a table, we notice that the marquee border is showing us that the label will be included. We can correct the formula by selecting the 1 in the formula bar and putting the appropriate cell that our table should start with, which is A2. And now it will recognize this row as the headers. And when we select OK, we get the formatting that we expected. When formatting as a table, be very careful not to include any of the titles. Let's go ahead and format our title so it stands out a little bit better, just by increasing the font size. And we notice that our phone numbers are pretty difficult to read. Let's format them so that we can see the designation between the exchange and the actual number. Select the column, and in our number grouping, we'll select the More Formatting options. And it is a number, but it's a special number. And when we select special, we see that phone number is one of our choices. Now when we select OK, we see that the phone numbers in the office phone number column are easier to read. So we'll do the same thing with cell phone. Now let's take a look at our second data set. This grouping are our current customers. So we will merge the cells across the top, and we'll label this data set current clients, and again make the font size a little bit larger. And we will want to give our client identification numbers. This time we'll begin with a 34, and the second one will be 44, and we'll fill down. And we'll format as a table. And we'll make sure that we're selecting the table range of M2 to R31. And our table has headers, and we'll select OK. We notice that we had selected an extra column, which is all right in this case because we're going to enter some data in here. So let's relabel our column. Instead of column 1, we'll call this active status. Now, for one last item in this video, we're going to look at how we use conditional formatting. In our prospective clients column, we do not want to call anybody that is under the age of 21. First, we need to determine what is the age of 21. So we'll put in today's date as the formula. And last, let's look at some conditional formatting. What is conditional formatting? Well, conditional formatting allows us to select a group of cells and then format it special if it meets a certain criteria. And in this case, our boss has asked us not to contact any prospective clients that were born on or after March 30th, 2000. So to quickly see which ones those are, we want to have a conditional format to make those stand out so that we don't call them. We've selected the cells that we want formatted. We'll select conditional formatting, and we need to choose a set of rules. And in this case, we want to highlight some cells, and we want to highlight the cells for anybody that is greater than 3/30/2000. And we see immediately which one of our prospective clients those are. We can change the colors if we'd like, or we'll just leave them and select OK. And in our current clients, what we want to see is anybody that we haven't contacted since at least January 1, 2021. So after highlighting the cells that we want to format, we'll select conditional formatting once again. We'll select highlight cell rules, and this time we're going to select less than, and we'll give it a certain date. And we'll leave it light red fill with dark red text. And in the next video, we'll be working with formulas to be able to ask our data questions, and fill in some answers.